Find the 3 lowest retail sales. This is a two-parter. We're going to use sales. We're going to use retailer. What do I mean by that? We're going to use small for the first solution. Then we're going to use index, match, and small. The final solution, we're going to find 1, 2, 3. 3 lowest retail sales. In this tutorial, we're going to look for the 3 lowest retail sales using index, match, and small. Brad Williams, Excel primed. Here's the layout for the anatomy. We have the small. This is separate from the combined index, match, and small. Why is it set up this way? Purely for tutorial reasons only. We want to see how sales are broken down from the top 3 lowest and how it's done. And then we incorporate that into the index match. So here we are finding the nth lowest value in a set of data as possible with the small function. In order to retrieve related values, you can combine this with the index as shown below. We are familiarizing ourselves with how index match works. Let's throw in another argument using the small to combine this and find the retailer with the lowest sales. Small returns the K smallest value. Index, as we've stated before, returns a value based on its column and row numbers. Match searches for a value in a list and returns its position. And small returns the K smallest value. Here is the formula. We have index. We're using name ranges, and I'll touch on that here in a second. Match small. You can see that new function with that nested function within the match, and then we have sales and sales. The same layout, but we've thrown in a bit of a twist. Named ranges. I wasn't a fan of name ranges up till about 5 years ago, and then it just simplified things. It just makes life a little easier, and all it is you identify a particular set of data and you just name it. So instead of identifying, in this particular case, let's just use sales. You see sales 270? Well, sales 270 would be sales here, C5 to C10. Well, instead of hard coding this as C5, C10, you can just name it. The easiest way to name it is just to go in here, highlight it, and then you see where it says sales 270? Just type in sales 270. If you screw up and you need to change it, what you want to do is go to formulas, name manager, and you see where it says sales here? Well, that's your name range. And if you don't like this information or you want to delete it, this is the only way to delete it, by the way. You can't go up into this name box and change it. So you have to go in, remember, go into formulas, go to name manager, and double click name manager. I have this sheet protected, so there's no way to go in and change it, but all you want to do is sales, double click it, and then down here, you can modify this information. You can change the name. You can do whatever you want. All right, that's how the name range comes about. So let's see how this works. Let's start off with small. We want to identify these small numbers. Well, we use the small function. And it says the array. Well, let's go in here and take a look. Sales. It says the array. To me, it's a list. So this is a list of sales. And we identify it. And then it says K. Well, what's K? E5. What does that say? We want number 1 low sales for small sales. That's it. Now keep that in mind. That's important because we're going to step over here into the retailer. To find the retailer, we can do the exact same thing. We can say, we want Walmart. Why can't we just go small sales instead of put sales? Why can't we just put retailer? We're trying to use sales as a means to find Walmart. You can't just go in and go small and then put retail 270 E5. It won't be able to. It would probably put out Amazon. Well, let's see. Let's just experiment. Let's go. I don't think I can do anything here. Yeah. Equals, and we'll go and 1 and see what happens. So let's see why that doesn't work. We can put in small. All right, this is what we do. Remember, what are we doing? Small, an array or range of numeric values. Well, that kind of tells you what small will do. I'll show you exactly what's going on here. We go equals small. We will identify, there's our list. And then we're going to go, here's the K factor. And then we'll hit enter. And we get a number error. Why? Well, the array says an array or range of numeric values. So that's why when we go over here, we have to identify the lowest number. Okay, we found the lowest number, but we're stuck. So how do we find the retailer? Well, that's where index match comes into play. So I'm going to hit Control Z a couple times here. Get us back to where we started. And now let's take a look here. So we have index retailer match small. So always start from right to left to identify what's going on. So here we have small, and it says the array. As you know, we just did this. We go cells E5, and that's going to satisfy small. Fine. So now we go to match, and match is trying to do what? It's looking for its lookup value. Well, we know inside the small, the number 1 is going to be 4349. We already know that. So now we have to look up the array. What's the array? Well, we know this is the only way match will work. We have to find the lookup array, and then we have to find the match type, which is going to be exact. Be sure to check out all of our Excel courses. Excel data and text manipulation. We have an advanced beginners and intermediate course. Excel essentials. This is for individuals new to Excel. We have an advanced, excellent beginners, level 1 and level 2, and intermediate level course. Excel formulas, formulas only. We have a beginner, an advanced, and an intermediate level course. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out. Match is going to go through. It's going to go, well, where's 4349? It's going to go down here. It's going to go 434. Oh, it's right there. That's going to be row 2. Fine. And then what happens the next? I can show you exactly. If we go here to match, if you click match with your left mouse, click, it's going to, in the help mode, what you want to do is just highlight match, F9, and you can see it shows Walmart. But if we go in and we look up, if we go back, and this is tricky sometimes, trying to find the row number. So we have to look up value, look up array. Maybe we have to go back one. You see here index reference row number, hit F9, and it's going to go row 2. And what's index looking for? It's looking for the retailer, which is what? The name range says B5 to B10. Index is saying, I know within the retailers, number 2 matches the criteria. And that's it. That's the beauty of incorporating nested functions and solving this rather fun, I don't know if fun is the right word, but the tools available. So the question's asked, can you use VLOOKUP to solve this? No. Why? Because VLOOKUP is trying to find a single answer. We cannot incorporate the small function within VLOOKUP. Can you do this with XLOOKUP? We'll dig into that a little bit later. Brad Williams, Excel Prime.